Two guards asked Black Marine to leave his son's graduation. Then 4 SEALs silenced the room. The auditorium was filled with excitement and quiet pride. Families whispered, phones flashed, and names echoed through the hall. But in the middle of this celebration, 2 security guards moved toward a tall man sitting alone in the crowd. "Sir, you need to come with us." Their words pierced the joyful atmosphere. The man they addressed wore a sharply pressed Marine uniform. His skin was dark, his posture proud, and his eyes locked on the stage where his son stood in a Navy uniform. That man was Sergeant Marcus Carter, and this was supposed to be one of the happiest days of his life. But instead of cheers, confusion spread. A few seats over, someone whispered, "Why are they asking him to leave?" Marcus stayed seated. He did not argue. He did not raise his voice. His jaw tightened, but he remained still. Then something unexpected happened. From the back of the hall, 4 men stood up. Their expressions were calm, but their presence demanded attention. They were not ordinary guests. Their uniforms marked them clearly. These were Navy SEALs, elite, highly respected, and clearly watching closely. The guards paused. They had not expected resistance, especially not from men like these. But what none of them knew was that this moment was about to turn into something unforgettable, something that the entire base would talk about for years to come. Marcus Carter had served for 2 full decades. He had missed birthdays. He had spent holidays in deserts, jungles, and battlefields. His body still ached from wounds that never fully healed. But he never complained, not once. Today, he was not a soldier. He was a father. And his son, Jason, was finally earning his Navy badge, something Marcus had dreamed about from the moment Jason was born. He had taken his seat early, quietly, away from attention. He had noticed the sideways glances. He had heard the whispers. People moved slightly away from him. That was nothing new. He was used to judgment, used to being doubted, but when the guards approached and leaned in with firm instructions, something deep inside Marcus shifted. Not today. One of the guards reached out. Before the hand could touch his shoulder, Marcus spoke, his voice low but unshakable. "Do not lay a finger on me. You will regret it." Silence spread like fire through the crowd. Every head turned. Then a voice came from the back. Calm, confident, quiet, but full of authority. "I would take a step back if I were you." The 4 SEALs began walking down the aisle, slowly, deliberately, their eyes never leaving the guards. One of the guards quickly reached for his radio, but the SEALs showed no fear. One of them, the tallest, stepped forward and said, "That man has more combat time than most of us combined. Is this really how you want to handle this?" The tension was thick. Jason, standing on stage, clenched his fists. His eyes burned as he stepped down and moved toward his father. "That is my father." The crowd started murmuring again. The guards looked around, unsure what to do next. Then came footsteps, strong, sharp, angry. The base commander entered, walking directly down the center of the room. His face was hard, his voice thunder. "Stand down." The guards froze. The SEALs did not move. The commander looked at Marcus Carter. Then, without a word, he extended his hand. "Sergeant Carter, I apologize. Your son's graduation does not begin without you." There was a moment, brief but heavy, where everything stopped. But Marcus did not shake the commander's hand. He looked toward his son. Their eyes met. And in that look was pain, pride, and a lifetime of sacrifice. Marcus had never asked for recognition. He had never needed applause. But the assumption, the silent message that he did not belong, had cut deep. For the first time, he questioned whether the country he served still saw him as one of their own. Then something happened that changed everything. Jason, his son, stepped forward. He stood tall, and in front of the entire room, he raised his hand to his brow and saluted his father. Not the commander, not the crowd, not the flag, but his father. Gasps filled the room. No one moved. The SEALs stood straighter. The base commander slowly lowered his outstretched hand. Respect was not demanded. It was earned. And in that moment, everyone understood. The graduation ceremony continued. Marcus sat in the front row. The guards had vanished. When Jason received his badge, the 4 SEALs stood behind him like silent guardians, making it clear to everyone this man did not stand alone, because not every battle is fought with weapons. Some are fought with silence, some with loyalty, and some with the simple truth. No one disrespects a Marine's family, not when his brothers in arms are still watching. If this story moved your heart, tap the like button and share your thoughts below. Stories like these remind us that honor is not a uniform, it is a legacy.